What's going on, guys? I'm Touring Collections. In today's video, I'm going to go over the top 10 most consistent types of cards to send to PSA to up your gem rate, get better returns on your investment, and just overall do better when you're grading and selling Pokemon cards. The types are going to vary between, certain sets or, things that came in different eras. So stay tuned to the end of the video, and I hope you enjoy. First, we have an honorable mention. It's the most graded card in PSA history, and it is the Gray Feltat Pikachu. Now, the reason why it's an honorable mention is it's really hard to find nowadays. I understand that. So it's almost a pop 50K in a 10, and it's very, very close to that in a 9 as well. It's over 100K cards graded, but it's very, very consistent. It's a full art Pokemon card without a lot of shine on the front of the card. So scratching and stuff like that, you really don't have to worry about as much when it comes to holo foil cards. Typically, you only have to worry about some tiny whitening on the back and then the front centering. So that's the honorable mention. Before we get into it, this video is sponsored by Arizona TCG. For those of you that struggle selling your cards online or just don't have the time, Arizona TCG is the place for you. Sell your graded cards, put them on a weekly auction, or buy it now. It is completely up to you. Set your own price, and you have visibility on your cards throughout the whole process on their website. Their auctions are amazing because there's tons of eyes on them, real bids coming in, and you can watch everything live as it happens. Shout out Arizona TCG. Click the link in the description to sell your cards. Now back to the video. Starting off the list at number 10, we have the 151 SIRs. So we have Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur, Alakazam, and Zapdos lumped into this. Now, they're not typically the most easy ones to grade compared to other things on this list, but they are a dime a dozen. You can find these things pretty much anywhere. I guarantee you pretty much every shop in America has at least one copy of one of those 5 cards in their case somewhere. So they're really, really easy to come by, and they're pretty easy to figure out what's wrong with them. Number 9 on this list is Mega Evolution Base Set SIRs. That is Venusaur, Gardevoir, Lucario, Latias, Absol, and Kangaskhan. All 6 of these cards are extremely clean. I don't know what it was, what Pokemon got into them during the Mega Evolution printing, but the quality is amazing on these. I've hardly ever seen any with any whitening on the back. All you have to worry about is centering on these guys. Now that shows in the PSA 10 premium on this card. It is much lower for, raw prices of this caliber of card. So that is definitely part of it. But these are super, super, super consistent, and you should be grading these ones. So that is number 9. Number 8, this is kind of a cop-out answer, but it's any Japanese big card, right? So any SARs in Japanese, you have the ponchos at that top level, but you have a ton of other stuff, even, Mega Evolution stuff in Japanese. All those SIRs from Scarlet and Violet or Altarts from Sword and Shield in Japanese grade pretty well. The only thing you really have to worry about is the centering. That can be hit or miss, depending on, the printing quality of the set specifically, but I focus on bigger Japanese promos when we're talking about grading Japanese cards specifically, and like I said before, it's different card stock than, the US printing of this stuff, so you don't really have to worry about it. You just got to worry about centering. Number 7 on this list is Crown Zenith Vs. Specifically, my favorite 3 are the legendary dogs, Raikou, Entei, and Suicune. These cards are super easy to grade, some of my favorite, and easily some of the most consistent in the Sword and Shield era. Crown Zenith quality is really, really solid, and we have seen a pretty decent price hike in these guys over the past couple months. Obviously, it went down in November and December like with everything else, but they're very, very solid cards. I love the artwork on them, and again, I think they're just super consistent grading plays. Number 6 on this list is the monochrome cards from Black Bolt and White Flare. Now, when these cards first dropped, I thought they were going to be significantly harder to grade, but actually the shine and the hollow finish that's on the card makes it really easy to spot defects. Again, this is another type of card that you really only have to worry about centering for the most part. Some of them will get indentations there on the card, but they're super easy to spot, especially on Victini. It stands out like a sore thumb, so it's really easy to spot. So, and again, this is kind of why the PSA 10 price has kind of came down for these since release time. It's just much easier to grade than the Pokemon community and myself initially thought in the first place. Number 5 on this list is Trainer Galleries from Lost Origin, Silver Tempest, and Astral Radiance. Specifically, the VMAX cards are far and above the easiest ones in the trainer galleries. The Vs are second to that. And then the character rare or illustration rares with the yellow borders are the third. Now, they're all pretty easy to grade. Again, very obvious on defects. Centering is obviously an issue, specifically in Silver Tempest. You have to watch out for that. The yellow bordered character rares do get some whitening in the corners on the back side specifically. Usually the centering's pretty good on them. But that's just things to keep out for, and that's the number 5 spot. Number 4 is Destined Rivals SIRs. If you're a returning viewer of the channel, you know I love Destined Rivals and the strength of its SIR set. Mainly, I'm talking about Moltres, Ho-Oh, Mewtwo, Garchomp, and Nidoking. Crobat can kind of go both ways. Not really worried about Mabastiff and Yanmega as much, but those core 5 are absolutely amazing. The main thing with them is they have the Destined Rivals crease, is what I call it, an issue on the back right bottom corner where when the card was cut, it's almost like pushed up a little bit. It'll auto 6 if you send a card like that. So most of the time you only have to worry about centering. Other than that, you have to worry about a little bit of peeling on them, but I've been very, very consistent. Rocket's Mewtwo and Cynthia's Garchomp have been some of my most graded cards from release day to the end of 2025. It's just some of the easiest cards that you can grade. Super, super easy. Number 3 on this list is Sword and Shield Alt-Art Vs. Now, the big one for this one is Giratina V. You have Umbreon V. You have Mew V and Fusion Strike. You have a ton from Chilling Reign, Evolving Skies, Fusion Strike, even Charizard from Brilliant Stars. The main 2 here are Lugia V and Giratina V. They're absolutely amazing. Some of the best plays, specifically Giratina, it's a 3x play. Lugia is a pop 20k in a 10. I don't think I've ever gotten a 9 on that card. Sword and Shield Alt-Art Vs and Full Art Vs, they're just some of the Full Arts are just not really worth it that much yet, unless it's like Umbreon or something. The Alt-Art Vs are absolutely amazing, super easy to grade. You really, again, I keep saying it, but you only have to worry about centering. The backs are usually flawless on these guys. There is one thing to look out for, though, on Lost Origin and Silver Tempest. You have to keep an eye out for the white dots. A very common error on the Mewtwo GX from Shining Legends. That's where most people know it from, but there will be a printing error on them. If you Google it, you can see what it looks like. I'll pop a picture on screen. You do have to keep an eye out for that, though. Number 2 on this list is Full Art Tag Teams. Now, I know you're saying these are hard as anything to find. They're not that common, but if you know what you're looking for, there's a high barrier to entry to understand the centering on GXs, tag teams, what have you. But once you get it, I promise you get it. And when you're looking around in shops, this is some of the ones that I find the most of when they are present, because people pass on them not understanding the actual centering requirements. If you are wondering, the black line does not matter on tag teams or GX cards. So as long as the silver border that's behind the black line is centered up, just like imagine you're looking at a Sword and Shield Full Art, right? It's just about that silver border. The black line does not matter at all when grading at PSA. So again, with the texture, it makes it super easy to grade. The quality in Sun and Moon was pretty good towards the back half in the tag team era. Early Sun and Moon GXs, not so much. But Hidden Fates, Cosmic Eclipse, Unified Minds, Team Up, Unbroken Bonds, I think is the other one that I'm missing. All fantastic. Lovebirds, good luck if you find it. You're a god if you find it, but that's the number 2 spot. And the number 1 spot, I say this all the time, is Sword and Shield VMAXs. Mostly the alt-arts, specific VMAX base cards like Charizard VMAX from Darkness Ablaze or Gengar VMAX from Fusion Strike, the non-alt-art version, are okay base cards to grade. Obviously, we're talking about the Gengar alt-art, the Mew alt-art, the Rayquaza, the Moonbreon, the Evolutions and Evolving Skies, just absolutely amazing. It's so easy to tell what's going on with them. The way the texture is on the card, there's almost never a surface issue with them. I'm not saying never, almost never, but the centering you can get away with highway robbery with because you really don't have to worry about top to bottom. So you're pretty much just looking at left to right and make sure nobody damaged the card on the back. That's pretty much it, and you're good to go. All right, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the list. Make sure you check out Arizona TCG down in the description below if you need to sell your cards. If you want to join the Discord down below, if you need help starting your Pokemon business, grading cards, selling cards, investing in Pokemon cards, that is the place to be. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch y'all in the next one.